This girl was trapped in a coffin for 7 years. Colleen Stan was a 21-year-old living in Oregon. In 1977, she was hitchhiking to a friend's house for a birthday party in California. Colleen saw a car coming with a man and his wife, as well as a baby in the passenger seat, and decided this would be a good ride. The couple introduced themselves as Cameron and Janice and agreed to give her a ride. But a few minutes into the drive, they pulled off the highway into an isolated area. This is when Cameron pulled out a knife and held it to Colleen's throat, explaining to her that him and his wife have decided to kidnap someone to help them with chores. They took Colleen back to their house and locked her in a coffin under their waterbed. The next morning, Cameron forced Colleen to sign a contract to officially become his slave. Colleen was kept in the box for 23 hours a day and was only let out to be fed or tortured. But one day, a hiker passing near the house heard Colleen yelling and so pulled out his phone to call the cops. Cameron saw the hiker and convinced him that he had a mentally unstable daughter at home. Unfortunately, the hiker believed him and left. Now wanting to keep Colleen obedient, Cameron convinced her that she was being watched by a dangerous organization called The Company who would torture her if she ever tried escaping. From then on, Colleen had to call Cameron master and was not allowed to talk without his permission. Eventually, Cameron began allowing Colleen to come out of her coffin to help with chores. Colleen became so obedient that Cameron allowed her to visit her family, who believed she ran away to join a cult. Colleen did not tell her family the truth, afraid of what the company would do to her. A few days later, Colleen began asking Cameron to see her family again, but he believed this would be too risky. Worried he gave Colleen too much freedom, he now put her back in the coffin for 23 hours a day for the next 3 years and began growing emotionally attached to her. But one day, thinking Cameron was asleep, Colleen tried calling her family, but Cameron caught her in the act. After Colleen's attempt to contact her family, Cameron began torturing her more frequently. But at this point, Cameron's wife, Janice, believed he had gone too far and so confessed to Colleen that she too was being tortured by Cameron. She even told Colleen that the company was made up by Cameron to keep her obedient. Janice wanted Colleen to escape but not contact the police because she wanted to give Cameron a second chance. With the fear of the company finally gone, Colleen easily escaped the next day by walking to a nearby bus station. Colleen then called Cameron, who burst into tears to tell him that she had escaped. Colleen did not call the police as Janice requested, but did call Cameron every day to see if he was changing his torturous ways. In the end, he did not change, and Janice called the police herself. With the testimonies of Janice and Colleen, Cameron got 104 years in prison. Later, Cameron was even accused of murdering another woman, but there was no evidence, and so he was not charged.